Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Spectrum Drama, where we'll be bringing you this week's hottest posts on Spectrum. So let's dive in. So first up, we've got a post from Siggy. Hey, yep. Siggy. What's that program? Ziggy.
Ziggy.
Time travel program. Oh, I'm getting sidetracked. So he puts PTU open to all backers 10th of October. Why only subs and concierge have access? Radio silence from CIG. So basically, he's kind of annoyed that CIG apparently said that the PTU will be open to everyone on the 10th of October. And obviously here we are, and it's not. It's only open at the moment to subs and concierge, but that's kind of normal, I think, isn't it?
Normal procedure, yeah. They did say they were going to let everyone get in, but what can you do?
Yeah, I don't get why people are confused by this. It is CIG. I mean, you have to take everything they say with a pinch of salt. But at the end of the day, I mean, they want it. They have to roll it out in stages in order not to break it. They have to roll it out in stages to the point where it breaks, fix the thing that breaks, roll it out further. I mean, if they just give it to everyone, there's no telling what will happen. So, I mean, that is kind of the standard procedure for most of these things.
Yeah, they usually do this in waves. I'm not really surprised they're doing it again, to be honest.
Yeah.
And to anyone that's not currently got access to 3.3, I wouldn't really worry about it because it's broken as fuck right now, and not that enjoyable.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean,
you're not missing much.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't get your knickers in a twist over it, to be honest, because, give it a few weeks, probably a month, about 2 years before it's fully playable. If you're that desperate to get in, I don't know what to tell you. Just have to hang on.
There's at the moment 3.3 is basically the same as 3.2, but it's got object container streaming, so the frame rates are better.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's no real difference to it. There's no, massive planet to explore yet. There's no ship buying yet. It's just 3.2 with better frame rates at the moment, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, and I mean, if you want to see all of your favourite bugs, but with a consistent frame rate, then, yeah, you have every right to be angry, but I wouldn't worry too much.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason that they obviously roll it out to subscribers and concierge and everything first is because, the way these people who dump loads of money on this game, they do it because they're backing the end result, and these people are going to be critical. And that's why they tend to give it to these people first, and then us minions get it later. And it's acceptable. I don't mind. I can wait. Cool. So next up, we've got a post from Kibosh, I'm assuming. Do you think we should have separate servers for PvP and PvE? Maybe create a new PvE server with limited PvP gameplay? Yes or no? No.
Hell no.
Just a full fat no.
I'm sorry, Kibosh, but when you were typing this out, at what point did this seem like a good idea?
Yeah, there's going to be so much hate. Yeah, no, it's just this is the way the game is being built. It just wouldn't work. The whole design of the game is to have one environment. You're either a good guy or you're a bad guy. If you want a PvP or PvE, you're going to have to stick to your lanes. It's a bit like Eve,
Yeah, exactly.
You just got to be careful. And the thing to think about as well with these PvP stuff is, fair enough, you might fly out to somewhere dodgy, what you nullsec or whatever you call it in Eve, and get owned. But the likelihood of it being a regular occurrence is slimmer because you've got to bear in mind that the other people are also risking a lot to do these things. So it's not going to be like now where they just fly over, shoot you. If they die, it doesn't matter because they just get their ship back. It's going to be a lot more complicated later down the line. So I wouldn't worry too much.
Yeah, don't get too hung up on getting shot by other people. It might happen, but who knows?
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
All part of the fun.
It's all part of the game. Come on.
So next up, we've got Erwin M. Fletcher, who says, "This is how you do a ship sail, Anvil Valkyrie." I'm assuming he was shouting.
That's exactly how I read it as well.
Yeah, exactly. CIG, way to go. I've been a huge proponent of having straight to live ship sails. I hope this is a sign of things to come.
So basically the Valkyrie has already been made and is flyable now.
Yeah.
Because it's been sort of produced for Squadron 42. That was the reason for it. So yeah, I mean that's kind of cool. It's straight ready to go.
Yeah, I know. Nice. People are getting annoyed because they feel like this has kind of replaced the Redeemer, and everyone who owns one is kind of up in arms because they feel like they've just basically got a worthless ship now.
Yeah, I know COG were having some problems with the Redeemer. I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was some design issues they had with it. But the Redeemer's a gunship, and this is a dropship.
Yeah.
So, what?
It's different. Yeah, it's a different ship. I mean, fair enough. There are some similarities, but the dropship category is going to be such a useful class of ship that they are going to have multiple of them, and you're just going to have to take your pick. I mean, if you bought another ship that's similar, tough. And I mean, like you said, they had a reason to bring this one out on a speedy timeline, whereas I think, with the Redeemer, it's not straightforward as that. So, what can you do?
Yeah, it would be nice if we got an update on the Redeemer, because it has been, I don't know, 2 years or something since they even mentioned the thing.
Yeah, it is weird as well, and to accept people's money for it, and I could see why people are annoyed because they've paid money for a ship that they're expecting to own at some point, and then they're bringing out ships that are essentially an upgrade to the one you've bought now, kind of. That's the mentality of most people.
Yeah.
And I do see their point. It is frustrating, but you just have to, I don't know, melt your Redeemer.
Apparently, yeah. Seems to be the strategy going on here.
Yeah, it's the go-to response now. Just melt it.
Melt it.
But yeah, no, it is cool though that they've actually released a ship like immediately. It's bizarre to have a ship that just goes on sale straight away.
Yes, so, it's going to be a rare thing in Star Citizen.
Oh yeah, you will normally buy your ship 2 years before you get to sit in it, but that's pretty cool. Okay, so last but not least, we've got Seven Hat Guy. He must have a really big head. And he's talking about ship pricing. So I know it's going to change, but I hope it doesn't go down from what we just saw. Really enjoyed seeing the high prices.
higher prices.
Oh yeah, he's a bit crazy. But, give us a rundown.
So the prospector in the ship, what do we call it? Ship dealer, I guess. The prospector was up to 1.6 million, I believe it was. And Aurora was 200 grand.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely crazy prices if you consider the amount of money you make per mission in game at the moment. Yeah,
that is quite insane. I mean, I suppose it depends on which way you look at it. If maybe they've gone too realistic, because you think about it, if you want to buy a spaceship now in real life, you're going to need a few million, but or a billion.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, you work every day, you earn maybe 50, 60 quid a day or whatever. And the car you want to buy is 21,000. That's going to take many days of grinding to earn that car. So they've kind of gone a little too realistic, with the amount of money you earn per job. It's going to take forever.
Those prices will drop. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. Just through pressure of the community, they'll drop.
Yeah, people will moan because they can't upgrade a ship or whatever.
Yeah.
Or they'll lose a ship, it'll explode, and then they're shit out of luck.
Yeah.
When insurance comes in, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, people will moan so much that they will reduce those prices. I'm pretty sure they'll just reduce them anyway once they get a sort of metric of how much money people are earning versus how many times people buy ships.
Yeah. I think the biggest problem with the prices for these ships and whatnot is the fact that they're kind of expecting, I think, we can't really guess what CIG are thinking, but I think that they have it in their mind that they're going to have these large groups, organisations who are going to work towards getting a big ship, because they're not designed for one person to use a lot of the bigger ships. So, one person normally wouldn't own that. It'll be an organisation who'd own it, and then people would use it. And so in a real organisation, that's the way it would work. So it kind of makes sense. And I mean, that's like me going, well, I want to buy a stretched Hummer limousine, but I'm just a normal person. You know what I mean? Whereas a company who owns limousines, they could probably afford it. So it's that kind of thinking. You can't. You're looking too singular. This is not the type of game where you solo around and go, right, I'm working my way up to the biggest ship. You're gonna have to work your ass off if you're just one bloke. So.
Oh yeah, for the big ships definitely.
Yeah.
But 1.6 million for a prospector. I mean, that's meant to be the starting mining ship.
Yeah, that's too much for what is essentially the first ship to get you into a profession. That's insane.
Mental.
Yeah, and the same for the was it the Aurora? You said 200,000.
About 200 grand for an Aurora.
Because that's ridiculous to me. Because you think about it, that is like me going out and buying a Fiesta. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It should. If I pay 200,000 for a Fiesta, I'm an idiot.
You are definitely an idiot.
So no, it's wrong. And some guy actually makes a really good point. And I always moan when, or I always kind of cringe when I see people moaning about this stuff. Dr. Chewbacca, yo, awesome name. It basically says, they're basically putting the entire game behind these gargantuan paywalls, and they are. Mm-hmm. They are. Even everyone wants to defend them, but let's face it, from the off, they have been all about the money. And it does feel a little bit like they are kind of pricing people out of being able to own ships, because they want people to pay real world money for it because it's cheaper, quicker.
We'll see how much they drop these prices down, and we get an actual realistic look at the prices later. But, for now, expect to be doing a lot of missions.
Oh yeah. I mean, they definitely will drop it down, but for now, get to grinding. Okay, so thanks for watching our Spectrum Drama video. We will be having a video next week on CitizenCon and Keynote Speech and all that kind of stuff, so keep your eyes peeled. It should be interesting, and hopefully early next week, but we'll keep you posted. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, leave it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more Star Citizen content. And thanks very much. Bye bye.